I'm Geneva Saint-Amour, the director of Northpoint Expeditionary Learning Academy. I want to talk a little bit about passage portfolios as a stepping stone or a bridge to the next grade here at Northpoint or on to the next chapter of our students' lives. Passage portfolios are done each spring by students in 10th and 12th grades. Our 10th graders must successfully complete their passage presentation before whoever is on their panel, meeting all of the guidelines and requirements. Passage portfolios at Northpoint are a very effective way to determine whether or not a student can assess the learning that has been offered to them and their personal accomplishment or responsibility for that learning. It's an assessment method that helps teachers and a presentation panel understand that student's synthesis of the information that's been gained in the last 2 or 4 years. For some students, they are very clear on that and are able to make a presentation that is quite logical and easy to understand. Other students, it takes them many practice runs at presenting, editing, and adjusting until they're able to really synthesize and express what the learning has meant to them in the last few years.
On the left-hand side, we have 4 categories: language, use and delivery, organization and preparation, content and ideas, and questions and answers. Those are the 4 areas that we ask that you evaluate from the speaker's point of view. If you pick up anything that's not on here, but you would like to tell them about it, please put it on the back. They actually get the originals. We keep copies. They get the originals in a letter that says, "Congratulations, you've passed passage presentations and portfolio," or "I'm sorry, you did not pass." There's actually 3 arms to this, and you are 1/3 of the decision. And so we ask you to take your role seriously, and we also ask you to give accurate feedback.
My name is Kyle Pagone. I'm in 10th grade, and I see passage as a way to prove to the community the things that Northpoint is all about, and that we're a serious school, because there's a lot of mixed opinions about Northpoint. And in passage, we pull together all of our work from the previous years at Northpoint, and we put it all on an iWeb so we can present it to a panel of judges, or a panel, and they grade us on our presentation.
I'm actually an exchange student from Lebanon. I spent a year here, my senior year, and it was required to do my passage. So here's a little thing about the author's introduction. As you can see, it's like I really like my friends and stuff, so my picture is me and my best friends. He's one of them. About the joints, it's like how the joints work. So we did a project about it, and it's like the nerves pulling it, like the muscles, how the muscles and the bones work together. It's an anatomy class. Body. We actually drew a body blueprint, which is 2D. It was hanging outside, but now they took it off. 2D, we worked as groups, so we draw the body with all its systems. Then we were supposed to build the body, and here it is. It talks about the muscles, which are in flexion, which are in and this is, we started like with iron wires. We wrapped the iron wires, and then we put clay over it, and like it took the shape. This was like, for me, it was a common project for 3 subjects: anatomy and physiology, art, and Spanish. How Spanish related. We were supposed to label every muscle in Spanish. So yeah, it was pretty interesting, because I don't take art, he does. I take Spanish instead, so it was a common project for the 3 of them.
Appreciate it. I do have 2 questions. You answered one when you were speaking about your career endeavors. You need to go beyond a master's.
Yeah.
For 2 weeks. So it's like, rather than focusing on 6 different topics in a traditional school day, you only focus on 1 topic. So it's, it's a really nice way of learning for me, because you only think about 1 thing for 2 weeks straight. And so it was really effective for me, because that's the type of learner I am. So my favorite intensive so far was the psychology and math of games, and Mr. Den Hartog was one of my instructors in this class. But it was really cool, and you'd think these kids just played games for these whole 2 weeks, but really it wasn't like easy really at all.
So then it blew me away when you talked about your interest in poetry. and you did that Aboriginal artwork. I mean, that like really speaks to somebody that can think across the spectrum. And also your interest in like the social euthanasia issues, because those tend to be very fuzzy gray areas. So somebody that thinks like mathematically or engineering, like sometimes doesn't like to deal with this.
Picked a picture, blew it up on a computer, printed it out, and then did a grid drawing. So I had squares of about an inch, and then I just went and looked at the other grids, and then started drawing it, and so on and so forth. And that is also a charcoal drawing, and it was just really fun because I got to have a feel for it and know how dark I was going.
Tim, where are you when you were younger, and as you go through school, some kids are known as really good at art and others are known as really bad at art. Where did you fit in that?
Well,
place where I am now, and I will be trying my hardest to succeed and flourish so that I will be an excellent student in college. My classes are all proof that I have tried my hardest, and I will exceed these expectations and give examples of work. I hope to represent my school well and have much to say about how Northpoint has helped me become the person I am becoming. As I've been making this journey through high school, I have come to realize that the choices I make today will affect the rest of my life. I choose to attend a school where I am provided opportunities that would not otherwise be provided. And I get the help that I need here, and they're very welcoming and friendly, as we've had many foreign exchange students say. That's one of the highlights of the school, is how friendly and welcoming we are. A lot of peer critiques, and it's not only an academic grade, but we also have a how grade. So that shows how prompt we are to class. Like the 6 Ps that were on my first page: prompt, participate, prepared, those different things. And so that will show in our work. So another thing that we do is a peer critique. And we have a rubric in our piece of work. And this is one example. So we have students, I have my mother do one. So yeah. And then after that, what we can do is we can change everything and then hand it back in, and it will be bumped up. I can say that I am proud of the work that I have done and have tried my hardest. So the first class is language arts. Language arts has been fascinating. I've been introduced to new ideas, and I will continue to remember them for the rest of my life. The expedition in my first semester for my sophomore year was The Illusion of Race and the Reality of Power. This expedition challenged my view and expanded my knowledge greatly. A piece of work that I did for this expedition was a keynote on a Black musician, poet, and artist. Mae Miller was a poet during the Harlem Renaissance, and she actually addressed racial issues through her poetry. 10th grade, so this was my first Passage experience, and I think that Passage is an excellent way and an opportunity for students to experience an area where they can portray what they've learned in the past 2 years and what their challenges and strengths were and what kind of person they've become. For me, I think the Passage was very stressful and there was a lot of work that I put into it, and in the end I think I could have done better, but it was definitely something that I will remember for the rest of my life and has been fun.
Hi, I'm Melissa Wagner and I teach both sophomores and seniors. I think my favorite part of Passage Portfolio is that feeling of elation when they come out of their panel, their presentation, and they're so excited and they have this feeling of, I did it, I accomplished it. I think that's my favorite part.
So I really, truly love this school. And I know it works, and I would recommend it to anyone who is going to attend high school. And so